Hello and welcome to Village in Motion. I'm Marcia Boyles, and I'm delighted this morning to begin our program with Special Trips, the Special Trips Coordinator, Robin LeGrand. Robin, we're glad to have you today, and I'll bet you've got some interesting and good trips to talk about.
Well, I certainly hope they're interesting and good for you all. We are going to get started with Saturday, which is this Saturday.
This Saturday.
So it's, just a few days. On the 1st, there's the member of the wedding at the first stage at Tyson's Corner, but I did not get enough people to make that trip go. So for those who have signed up for it, I'm going to have to cancel that, but I'll be in touch personally with each person. So the 1st is off this calendar, it's canceled. So you don't have to worry about signing up for that one. Then we'll roll into next week on the 2nd, on Tuesday. Well, that's the 4th, actually. We're going to go to Pentagon City, and that's the free trip to Pentagon City Mall. That's free. It's monthly. Residents will go, and they'll meet friends and have lunch, and you can pretty much do whatever. Do some shopping, whatever it is you want to do. That's just free time, and we're back on campus at 2:30. Then on Friday the 7th, we're going to go back down to Washington, D.C. to the Ronald Reagan Building for the Capitol Steps show.
Oh.
And that's pretty popular. I see people are signing up for that one because that's always a hilarious, a great show. So, lots of, I guess, in today's political climate, they just have lots of ammunition for great jokes, It's like no shortage there.
Right.
So, and that's pretty popular. So if you're interested in that, you want to go ahead and sign up sooner rather than later because that one is moving. On Monday, the 10th, it's the Smithsonian Adventures, and that's monthly too, and that's where you can catch the Green Spring transportation, and you're dropped off at the museum of your choice, and it will pick you up there, or if you decide you want to go to another museum, you let us know, and we'll pick you up at wherever you want to.
That's a good arrangement.
Right, and people are signing up for that one, but I still have room on that. It's a great way to go. I mean, it's $15 round trip, so it's a great way to get the door-to-door service. Yeah, door-to-door service.
Good.
And you have 3 hours at your museum. On Wednesday, the 12th, we're going to go to the Twilight Tattoo, a military pageant at Fort Myer. We do that every year. It's it's like an hour-long program, and it's just a great program.
Music,
we have music, reenactments, and all of that. So it's a great program. They'll save seating for Green Spring. They work very well with us. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and sign up for that. On Thursday, the 13th, we'll go back to Le Bird Chez Francois. That's one of the popular restaurants.
Yes, for sure.
For sure. So we brought that back because we've been going to other places, but we decided
in McLean.
That's in Great Falls.
Great Falls.
In Great Falls. And then on Friday, the 14th, we're going to try to get into the National Law Enforcement Museum, which is relatively new. So we've not been to this museum. We had it scheduled.
Where is it?
Early. It's in Washington, D.C., around the 7th Street area. Near what used to be the Verizon Center. I can't even remember what it's called.
7th Street Southeast.
Southwest. I mean Northwest.
Northwest.
It's in Northwest.
Oh, it's in Northwest.
It's in Northwest. So we'll go back down there and we'll check that out for the first time because it's a new museum. Then on Saturday, on the 15th, we'll go to Nationals Park to see the game, Nationals versus the Diamondbacks. Now, I don't know if they're doing so well. I don't know how they're doing because I don't follow baseball.
Not so well.
That's what I thought. So last month, I think because they weren't doing so well, people weren't interested in seeing them.
Right.
So
no, this is not going to be their year.
It doesn't look like, does it? So unfortunately, right. On Tuesday, the 18th, we're going to go down to the National Geographic Museum in Washington, D.C. to see the exhibit Queens of Egypt. I had a lot of residents come in to me with clippings and articles that, they wanted to go to this exhibit. So here it is. So if, it's moving quickly. So if you're interested, you want to go ahead and sign up for that. If I get a full bus, I may try to select another date in another month to go back down there. But don't hesitate in signing up.
How long is the exhibit on?
I think it's until September, sometime in September, but don't quote me, but I know it's here for another couple of months, so I could actually make it happen again if I get enough interest. And then on Wednesday the 19th, we're going to go over to Baltimore to the Visionary Art Museum. I had a request for that.
Visionary Art Museum.
It's we've been there once before, but it was years ago. But they have the most unique kind of art, So this is for our artists, who are interested in seeing different and quirky kinds of things. So they definitely have it there. So what we'll do when we get there is we'll go to the Inner Harbor and have lunch at the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, and then we'll head over to the museum and do a tour over there. On Thursday, the 20th, it's MGM. And we're just talking about the casinos.
Yes,
so,
right.
you know, that's always pretty popular. So we do that once a month. We'll pick a casino. Mostly it's MGM because it's so close.
Right.
You don't have to travel too far.
And it's so huge. It's
yes.
just unbelievably
We know
large.
the thing I like about the MGM is that they have this little bus. It's called the Circulator, and you can go. You pay $5, you get a ticket, and you can ride that thing over to the outlets, all the way down to the Gaylord, to the waterfront.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so you're not stuck in the casino for
All
this
right.
amount of time. You could pretty much do what
Well,
you
the
want to do.
casino itself is so huge
It
that
is
it's
huge.
just overwhelming.
And lots of restaurants in the casino,
Yes,
but you could
yes.
actually leave the casino, go down to the waterfront, and choose any number of restaurants down
And
there.
it's great shopping.
Great
and-
shopping.
yeah,
The wheel, the Capitol wheel is
Yes.
there. So all you have to do is make sure you catch that Circulator back to MGM
Right.
in time for
Right,
the departure.
uh-huh.
So, you know, you can make this whatever you want it to be.
Right.
On Friday, the 21st, we're going to go to Route 29 Diner and then to the Buckland Farm Market. And they have just the most amazing fresh.
Where is that?
That's in Gainesville.
Uh-huh.
And they have the most amazing fresh fruits and vegetables and meats and, you know. Locally sourced.
the,
Everything
valley.
is, yes, everything is just from, you know, local farmers and whatnot. And it's really, really good. So people are signing up for this too.
I'm
so
not surprised.
If you're interested in that, yeah, you want to go ahead and sign up to have the best peaches over there. My gosh, they're so sweet
I'll
and
bet.
juicy. On Tuesday, the 25th, it's Byhalia, Mississippi at the Kennedy Center. If you read the description in the calendar, that's going to be a very interesting show. People are signing up for that too as well. So, you know, go ahead and give that a read through and sign up for it if you're interested. On Wednesday, the 26th, we're going to do lunch at Founding Farmers, and then we're going to go over to the State Department to tour the diplomatic reception rooms.
Oh, up on the 7th floor?
Right. And if you submit a form, registration form for this one, I need to have your date of birth and
A security clearance?
Yeah, because they have to, you know, they
Oh, I
have to
can
check all
imagine.
that. Exactly.
Sure.
So if you're interested in that, you know, go ahead and sign up for that one. Then on Thursday, the 27th, we're going to make a run down to Potomac Mills to do some shopping. But June 27th, you really don't want to be outside at Tanger Outlets or any of the outside malls. So we're going to go to Potomac Mills where you're inside, where you're
Presumably because it's going to be hot.
It's
yeah.
probably going to be hot. So you don't even have to worry about it. Once you get there, you're inside and you'll be fine. On Friday, the 28th, we're going to go to Sunset Hills Vineyards in
Where is
Purcellville, Virginia.
In Purcellville.
Yeah, that's like, you know,
Fauquier County?
yeah, like out 7. It might be Loudoun County.
Okay.
So out 7, out that way. And we were at the winery last month, well this month, and when we were there, you know, we were talking about where we were going next to the winery, and they're like, oh, you're going to love it. So that winery was telling us we're going to love this winery.
For heaven's sakes.
So I'm thinking, oh, this is really going to be good. So people are signing up for that too as well. So if you're interested, go ahead and sign up.
Is that for lunch? And
Yeah, we'll have, what I normally do if they don't have a restaurant or a cafe or they don't really do food, then we'll do a picnic lunch. It's like, I'll get up early in the morning, I'll start baking fresh breads, and no, I won't.
deviling the eggs.
Deviling the eggs and slicing meats and all of that, you know, to prepare
Gosh,
this
Robin,
great.
that's just above and beyond.
Well, you know,
I hope
that's-
you get paid extra.
Well, I don't even need extra. Just a smile on your face is all I need. I just need you to enjoy my food.
Dude, what actually are you going to do for
I
food?
am going to order from Wegmans.
I see.
I will get trays of sandwiches, and we
Oh,
will
and
have,
bring those along?
I bring those along.
Oh, for
yes.
goodness sakes.
And they're really, really good.
Well,
so.
now, do they also give you free wine?
Once you give them a few dollars.
I see, okay.
The tasting, no, nothing is free. Nothing is ever free, is it?
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe if you bought a bottle of wine or something, they'd give you a taste.
Well, we're tasting first, but we pay for the tasting too, and
I
then
see.
you buy what you like.
Whoa.
Then you'll get a glass.
Well,
and
they
then
just
you can buy
went all the
bottles.
way around, don't they?
They do. They really do. They know how to get you right.
Yep, gotcha.
But it's it's not an expensive cost to that, and they're
Right.
always fun. The winery trips are so much
Yeah,
fun.
I'll bet.
Yeah, and they're always on gorgeous properties.
Yeah.
The last winery trip, I had residents who said, "I'm not going back with you. I'm just going to stay out here."
Well, you're in the foothills of the Blue Ridge.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
Beautiful properties.
That Shenandoah Valley is.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
It's like some of those wineries, you get up on these hills and they just have such breathtaking
Yes,
views.
they
everything
do.
is
It's
just
beautiful
absolutely
countryside.
gorgeous. It really is. And then our upcoming trips, I always need you to go to the back of the calendar to look to see what's coming up.
Yes.
Because once it's in this calendar, people are starting to sign up for it. So don't wait until September or August to sign up for a trip that's actually happening then, because it will be full by then.
All right.
So,
Fair
go to the
warning.
fair warning, go to the back of that page. And also on the back page, we have bus tours that we're taking signups for right now to Virginia Beach, September 11th through 13th. And then the Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina is October 14th through 17th.
I didn't know you were going down there.
Yeah, we've been to both, and they've been just amazing trips. And I've had people to request them again. So here it is. And with these, I need you to go ahead and sign up because I need to hit a certain number.
Sure.
In order to make that bus
Right.
go, I need to fill that bus. And then once I get my numbers, I can put a deposit down so they can hold all the hotels and they can secure the hotels. So all this stuff kind of works, together. So I need people, if they're interested, I just need them to give me their name so I'll know that I'm going to hit my numbers. And then I can start working with my tour operator and securing our hotels and putting deposits down.
All right. So you combine forces with a tour bus.
Yes, a tour operator where they put the whole package together.
I see. Okay.
So we sign up and we
you don't
follow.
use Green Spring buses?
No, we do not use Green Spring buses on tours like this. We use big, comfortable motor coach
All right.
buses with a restroom
Yes.
on the bus. And then we stop frequently to, stretch your legs, to restroom breaks and all of that, eat, all of that. I mean, even the trips down and back are fun because we stop and we just take our time. So, those are good trips. We don't just sit and ride straight through.
Right.
So if you're interested in that, come see me. Let me at least put your names on the list so I'll know that, I may hit my numbers or where I am with that and making this trip actually happen.
All right. Good.
And I think you had a question about our water taxi trip that we
Oh,
took.
yes, I had several friends who took the water taxi trip, and I was interested to learn more about it. I know it leaves from Alexandria, doesn't
Right,
it?
Old
And
Town.
where does it leave from?
It leaves from right there by the chart house in Old Town, right there on the water, like the torpedo factory and all of
Oh,
that.
all right. So it's the bottom of King Street.
Right,
Yeah.
it's the bottom of King
where,
Street.
Where the yacht club used
Yes,
to be.
yes.
Okay.
So you catch the taxi
oh,
there.
that's a really convenient spot.
And the bus comes right up. The bus is able to drive right up to where you get off. And
Oh, it
get
is,
on.
right
Yeah,
up to the wharf.
Right up to where you can
Okay.
just get on. And then we caught it over to the wharf. And
How big are those boats?
oh, they're pretty big. I mean, they hold a good number because they have downstairs and then they have the deck upstairs.
Now,
so.
do people drive their cars down into the ferry? Or
No.
It's
No,
not
no,
not an auto ferry.
It's not an auto ferry.
Okay.
It just carries the people back and forth. We got there and then we got off the ferry, and everything is just right there. So all the
Now, so
restaurants.
you get on, well, on or off
Right.
at Old Town, and where does it go into D.C.?
The one we caught this month, we went to the wharf in Southwest.
Down there by the fish market?
Yes, right
Yeah,
by the fish
southeast.
market.
Okay.
And it's actually Southwest. Main Avenue Southwest.
No, that's southeast.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
Anyway, Main Avenue.
Main
Yeah,
Avenue, it's right, and it lets you off right there. You have all those restaurants, and
Oh,
they have
yes.
shopping, and each
And
time
fish
we go,
markets.
and fish markets. I mean, every time we go, they've opened something new. So I had one of the residents who actually there's a rum tasting place
A
and
rum
tour.
tasting,
Yeah, so
for
he
heaven's
actually
sakes.
did that. So, it's like you have this time, you can do whatever it is you want to do. And the weather was just so gorgeous that day.
Oh, it's a wonderful place to stroll.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're going to actually do it again. I'm going to do it in a future where we'll catch the water taxi in Old Town, but this time we're going to go over to National Harbor. So you'll get off at National Harbor right by the wheel, the Capitol wheel. So if you want to ride the wheel and all those great restaurants and shops over there, so there will be plenty to do. So that's another great spot. Now that probably won't come until maybe September when the weather, cools
Well, now,
off.
Robin, where the water taxi that goes from Alexandria, are there several places in D.C. you could get off?
That water taxi goes only to the wharf.
Only to the wharf.
And the other water taxi will go only to National Harbor. So
I
they have,
see.
they have one that goes to Georgetown.
That's what I wondered about.
Right.
Okay,
But you have to catch
that would be
different.
Southwest.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to catch, the water taxi. You have to see the destination, and then that's the one you get on.
Okay. Well, what does it take? 15 minutes, something like that?
It took about 30 minutes. It took
it
more
did?
like 30 minutes because, they're just cruising in the water.
Not
And a
going
lot
real
of them
fast.
is, in the no wake zone. So you have to go slow though, so you don't create that wake. So, but it's just beautiful from that, from that vantage
yes.
point. It's like you're just up
Well,
there.
and hopefully decreases the number of cars a
Absolutely.
little bit.
Well, they run a lot more frequently in the mornings during rush hour because I guess people who are working downtown will catch the
Sure.
taxis over.
Sure.
But in the middle of the day, there are fewer to
Right.
catch in
That
the
would
middle of
make
the day,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
So you just have to look it up online and look at the times and then plan your time accordingly.
Well, I think it's. They've been talking for years about having a water taxi. It's fun to
It's quite fun.
think that it's actually happening.
And it's so much more convenient than driving down
Oh,
because
gosh.
the parking is terrible
Well,
in that
and
area.
those bridges are
Right,
Yeah.
right. There's no traffic out there in the water,
Right,
but there's traffic
right.
on the highway. So it was actually a very, very nice
Yeah,
trip.
I'll bet it was. People seem to have had fun with it. No, I think it's a great concept. Well, this all sounds very good. Anything else coming up that we need to know about?
Well, as always, there are the Colette vacation trips that are posted on the bulletin board. So, always check the bulletin boards.
Now,
that's
what
where
do you mean by Colette?
Colette is that's my tour operator for international travel for the
Oh.
big vacations. These are really big, nice, 4 or 5-star vacations here. So those are on the bulletin boards.
All right, and again, you coordinate with them?
Yes, yes.
I didn't realize you had anything to do with the international trips.
I do, yeah. I post all of those,
Okay.
and they will come right here to campus and pick you up, take you to the airport.
Well, now, Robin, what international trips are you involved with at the moment?
Right now, we have Rome and the Amalfi Coast. We have Costa Rica. We have
Rainforest?
in Costa Rica. Then we have one is domestic, and that is I think it's the canyons in the United States. So that's
Grand
domestic.
Canyon?
Well, I don't think it's the Grand. It's some other canyons. There's some other sites that they will see on that trip, but all that's outlined in the brochure.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of the other international trip, but it escapes me right now. I can't even think of which one that
Okay.
is. But
And these are first class
they are
accommodations.
the hotels are 4 or 5-star hotels,
okay.
and you can upgrade to first class on the airplane, but they
Right.
get the best rate at the time when they book those. So,
Good.
So if you're interested in those, just come see me. I'll give you a brochure. You fill out the information, and I can
Yeah.
get you on.
Yeah.
And even if you don't see it on the bulletin board and you want to take a trip, come see me, because if Colette is offering it, I could actually get you on any trip that they offer.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
so just
that's
come
good.
see me and I
That's
can work
good to
with
know
them.
that you're acting as a travel agent in effect.
Somewhat, to a certain extent, yes, because I'll get calls where people will want to make airline reservations, but that's something I don't do.
Okay.
I can just get you on to the trips that the tour operators I work with are offering.
Well, I've only taken one trip since I've been here, Robin, and I have to say I was really impressed with the degree to which you helped people. I felt very protected and
Good.
helped, and it was a nice feeling. It
Well,
just
good.
and done cheerfully and politely and supportively.
And that's my goal.
And you do it very well.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
and
It was-
that's my. I just want you to enjoy the trips that
yes,
you go on with
and
me.
it shows.
Well, thank
that
you.
you have that attitude.
I
So
appreciate that.
they were very nicely done.